care of me when my father was gunned down in the streets when I was only 2. By saying that, I was quite confident once she'd learned of what Virgil had done, he'd be out of here. Peeking my head out the room once I heard heels along the hardwood floors of this beautiful townhome Virgil had moved us into, I called out, "Mama, can I talk with you?" The words trailed off as he came up behind her, staring at me smugly, as if he had something over me. He may have thought he did, but my mother and I had an unbreakable bond. She told me countless times she wouldn't be with a man I didn't like or get along with. I only wished I had expressed my reservations to her about her current beau sooner, because now I felt different. I felt the depression seeping in already, and like every moment after the assault had been an out-of-body experience. "Sure, baby." She started toward me, but he gripped her shoulders, kissing her face deeply and making her seemingly melt into his arms. "Give us 1 second, Presley," he replied, making her giggle. "Mama, no!" I came out of my room fully, even though I didn't want to. This robe wasn't big enough to hide my fear and shame. "It's important, please." "All right, Prez. What happened to your nose?" She frowned, stepping toward me. "I didn't want to have to tell you this in front of her, Jamie, but she had a boy over, and I guess he got rough with her. Had I known she'd snuck someone in, this wouldn't have happened." He shrugged. "You are a liar. He raped me. This happened." I pointed to my nose. "Because I tried to fight him off. Look." I retrieved my torn underwear from my robe pocket that I intended to show her as proof. "What?" She whipped her head back and forth between us, as if she were trying to figure out who to believe. "Mama," I whimpered, tears hitting my lips. Her hesitance scared me, because it was unexpected. I expected her to be on his ass by now, clawing his face up or pushing him toward the door. "Baby." Virgil took her hands in his as he neared her. "I love Presley like my own. I would never." He then looked at me and continued, "I know she doesn't want you to know she had someone over, and it went wrongly, so she is choosing to blame me. I can only hope that she leaves that boy alone because he is clearly no good for her." He exhaled deeply, as if my well-being weighed heavily on his conscience. I chuckled out of shock because the man was good. Had I not experienced his anger and abuse, I might have believed him too. No, I don't even know anybody to invite over here like that. When have I ever had company that wasn't female?" I argued. "Look, just stop," my mother shouted. Head down, hands up like she couldn't take being the judge and jury. "Go to your room, Presley. I will talk with you in a minute." She stormed to her bedroom across the hall with Virgil on her heels. I called after her, but she ignored me, slamming the door once she and her boyfriend were in the room. I waited, listening and even hoping to hear some yelling, an argument, the tossing of his things he left over here. But I got nothing. The only thing I did hear soon after were the sounds of their lovemaking, which rocked me to my core. I didn't know whether I was more shocked that he had raped me, then had the nerve to sleep with my mother in the same night, or if it was the fact that she clearly didn't believe me. About an hour later, I saw my doorknob twist, making me sit up abruptly, thinking he was back for another round. However, it was her, now dressed in her own robe. She smiled at me sympathetically and came to sit on the edge of my bed. For a moment, she stared down at me as I lay on my tear-soaked pillow. "He's lying, Mama," I finally spoke as she caressed my hair slowly. After a while, she finally said, "Virgil is a great man, Presley. You've seen me and my dating past, and I have never had anyone like him. He's good to not only me, but to you too. Look at how we're living, baby."